It's Social Media 101 on E-Radio with Rian Jordan Digital Marketing. And today, definitely one of my favorites, where to get content and images when you're running social media. Where do you find it, and where do you find it legally? I think that's also very important. Joining us to give some advice is Rian Jordan. How's it going, Rian?
Hi Ian, very well on that side, and welcome to the listeners.
Ja, lekker dankie. And we are ready to be wowed by information that you're going to share with us. So, let's say you've got a Facebook page for your business, and you need some nice images. You know, you don't want to go outside and take pictures of random people walking around in a mall or whatever. So you're looking for more generic stock images, you know, nice images to use on your promotional material. Where do you go online to find it?
That's a very, very interesting question, and something that we see on a daily basis from the agency side. So before we go into where to get it, the two things that you must know, there's a major difference between doing your own Facebook page and a business Facebook page. So on a business Facebook page, first, like you say, the example, if you have a restaurant or if you're walking in a mall and you just want some random shots, you're actually not allowed to do that. You have to have a model release for each and every recognizable person in that photograph. So that applies to when, I'm not talking about when you're posting for yourself and you take a photo on the beach and there's recognizable people in the background. That's a different story. But as soon as you have a business page, that is the rules. So, for example, if you have a restaurant, you can't just randomly take photographs of your patrons and then post it. You do stand a chance that people can actually sue you for that. So that's one major difference for pages and for content and photographs specifically. The other thing is that the days of quickly going onto Google and finding a nice, strawberry because you wanted a strawberry and you post that, those days are really over. Again, from an agency side, we deal with it, we've dealt with it about 7 or 8 times now, where you just basically get an email with an account. In our case, the 7 was between 30,000 and 80,000 if you convert it, for images used on the website that people didn't actually have the copyright to. So please be careful. We actually resolved that. It was the websites that was designed before us, but it does happen, and there's a lot of algorithms that can actually pick up if you use or if you don't use royalty-free photographs.
So what did those people want? That they see that the photos were actually their photos, and what did they want? Did you have to pay a fine or just remove them?
No, it's actually very interesting. I'll use one example. I'm not going to name the client, obviously. Mm-hmm. But what happened was about 7 years ago, they built a website and they went and fetched a photograph of a recipe from a random photo from Google and posted it. And literally 7 years later, we got the email, but we only got involved with the business I think about 3 years ago. So the website was built, it wasn't built by us. So we got the email and they just said that you loaded this photograph up from this time to that time. And this specific one was because of you've been using it for X amount of years. That's the royalties that are due, and it was something like 45,000 rand if you converted it.
Yo, my
and
word.
it was up and down and explaining, and it was a nightmare to get that one photograph sorted out.
And how did it end? Did they actually say just remove it?
No. They still had to pay some royalties, but we got the amount down, and we had to remove it immediately.
Wow, yes, yeah. You see, that's very, very dangerous, especially if it's for commercial use, you know. And
yes,
you know, I've also seen on Facebook where people see a nice sunset photo that somebody's taken, and they go and post it all over, and now people are commenting and saying, "Oh, what a lovely photo you took! You're such a great photographer." Meanwhile, that person just reposted the photo of another photographer, and then I see what it's doing to the actual photographer. It's incredibly frustrating to them. It's just not right. It's very bad etiquette, social media etiquette, to do that.
Absolutely, and like I say, you're opening yourself to previously people thought if there was a watermark logo on the photograph, it's obviously copyrighted.
Yeah.
Not that doesn't, stop the guys from sharing it, but at least that was sort of the. People don't realize is that all the data for that photograph is actually written in code in the back of the photograph in any case.
That's it.
So you don't have to watermark the photograph. You can, and there is software out there. Your big photographers and stock photographers, for example, that takes for Getty Images and those places. They have agencies that keeps track of every single photograph that they put up. So they can tell you exactly when you put it up and when you took it down, that kind of thing. So it's also not just that let's delete it and then it's over. It doesn't work like that anymore.
Wow, yeah, so you got to be careful. I mean, that nice photo that you're seeing and you're posting and now you're someone getting credit for it. So that's dangerous because there's an actual photographer and that's his work. It's his copyright.
Absolutely. Nothing wrong with sharing the photograph, but then give credit to whoever you got it from.
Exactly. Yeah. Or I once saw a beautiful photograph of a beach, sunset or whatever, and actually sent a direct message to the photographer and I said, "This is a beautiful photo. Can I please use it as my cover photo on Facebook?" At that stage. And then he said yes. I just put my name next to it. I think his watermark was on it anyway, but I asked, it's just that common courtesy. It's just nice to ask instead of just assuming you can use it because it's on Facebook.
Absolutely. And then 99% of the times, nobody will have an issue with it if you ask.
Yeah. I think they'll probably say yes because it's nice exposure for them as well. And you gave them a nice compliment by saying it's a nice photo. And just knowing that somebody wants to put my photo on a cover photo because they think it's nice is a big compliment to me as a photographer, I think. Yes. So, but anyway, so you got to go to the right places. So now we know, no Google Images. That's not safe because it's getting it from other websites belonging to other companies and other people. So where do we go, Rian?
Certainly. I'm going to give you 4 examples where you can get free stock photography. So you don't actually have to pay for them. You just have to create an account and you can use those photographs. Just make sure when you click on the photograph, it will say what the license is. If they say free to use for commercial or free to use for personal use, that's what you can do with those photographs. So the 4 sites where you can get those is Unsplash is one, Pexels is the second one, and Pixabay. So those are for light use for companies that doesn't want to go and invest in stock photography as such. I'm sure everybody knows about Canva. We all use it for quick designs and that kind of thing. But if you do on the free version, you get a few photographs that you can use as well. But the pro version on Canva is actually wonderful, and there's a huge amount of photographs that you can use there, and they're all royalty free. For the guys in bigger businesses that's got a very specific niche that you can't find, we recommend Envato. It's a paid for site, and you actually license. So what happens is, if, say, for example, I'm doing it for client X, you create a folder called X, and everything that you download in that folder has got a license attached to it. So if you ever get those inquiries, you can provide the license for them. So for agencies, that works very well for us. And then, of course, we've got AI coming up, but that's a whole discussion for a next one of our talks.
Yeah, because AI is all over the show right now.
Absolutely.
But yes, you know what I use personally for designing material and social media? I like using Pexels and also Canva. But Canva Pro, because if you have the free Canva, you don't get all the nice images. They give you all the crappy images. And then the nice ones have watermarks on. Yeah. So much better to just pay that 100 and something rand a month for Canva Pro. And man, you can do anything. You can even design freaking magazine covers, and you can just play around. It's so nice.
Much more up to it as well. And like you say, for 100 rand, you buy that peace of mind. If whatever photographs you get from that pro version, you can post it wherever, and you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, you're right.
Versus, I can't find a strawberry now. Let's use this one and hope nobody picks it up.
And then later,
100 rand is absolutely nothing.
Yeah, exactly. And then 5 years later, hey, that's my strawberry. Now pay me 5,000 rand. Yeah.
I must say, it's always like a heart-stopping moment for us when we get one of these emails, the first thing we do is, when did we sign up the client? Is it before or after that deadline? Not that we ever use Google Images, but it's always, you still, if you get an account for like 45,000 Rand for an image, it's like, oh, let's just stop everything and first find out when the client signed up.
Yeah, so you got to be careful. You can't just use whatever you want. Yeah, I think that was the take away message from today's chat. Thank you so much to you, Riaan. That was very insightful.
Thank you very much, and thank you again for the opportunity.
Yes, and we'll do it again next week, same time, same place.
Absolutely, thank you, and
thanks,
to the listeners.
Thanks, bye.
Bye.
Attention business owners and entrepreneurs. Are you ready to take your online presence to new heights? Look no further than Riaan Jordan Marketing, your one-stop solution for all your digital needs. Whether it's a stunning website, top-notch hosting services, eye-catching graphic designs, or social media marketing to boost your online presence, we can help. Our dedication to excellence and a track record of success is what sets us apart. Riaan Jordan Marketing is trusted by both South African and international clients, delivering results that speak for themselves. Don't miss out on the opportunity to transform your online presence. Contact Riaan Jordan Marketing today and let us turn your digital dreams into reality. Visit our website at rjdm.co.za or give us a call at 087 1488 408. Riaan Jordan Marketing. Your success is our priority.